This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Here now's the news for Friday, June 5th of 2026. Construction begins on ferryboat dock expansion project at the Magic Kingdom. I thought that this might be for the Transportation and Ticket Center, or I thought it might be for the old riverboat dock in Frontierland. From what I can tell, this looks like it's going to be part of Reflections, a Lakeshore Lodge, the new DVC resort that's being built on Bay Lake. It looks like they're building a ferryboat dock there so they can transport guests to and from the Magic Kingdom. Again, I could be wrong about this. I don't know, but couple, I've had my suspicions. I thought it might be somewhere else, but maybe it's for the Reflections, a Lakeshore Lodge. I would assume that's what this is. If I'm wrong, please let someone tell me. But I think that's what this is. But I'm gonna have to follow this story more closely. But that's probably what this is. Getting people to and from the Lakeshore Lodge, the new DVC hotel. Tomorrowland 1994 towers have been demolished at the Magic Kingdom. So this is probably to coincide with this Tomorrowland kind of update we're getting. Of course, Carousel of Progress is being updated finally. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin was updated finally. It looks like that they're just kind of reimagining all of Tomorrowland again, which is great. Which kind of makes me wonder what's going to happen to Laugh Floor. I think that show is probably not long for this world. Once they open up the Monsters Inc. themed land, I think Laugh Floor is probably going to go away. We've already debunked that rumor. If you haven't watched my breaking news video on Monstropolis, go give that a watch. But we have debunked the rumor that Laugh Floor would be closing at the Magic Kingdom and then moving to Hollywood Studios to go into the former Muppet Vision 3D theater. That's not happening. We're getting a whole new show. So the Laugh Floor is not moving. But it's probably a safe bet that the Laugh Floor is not long for this world. They're probably gonna probably wait until after Monsters Inc. They're probably going to wait until after Monstropolis opens at Hollywood Studios to decide what they're going to do with this show. But I think that Laugh Floor is probably going to be on the chopping block. I really think that it's probably not long for this world. What would replace Laugh Floor? I don't know. There's several different IPs we could use and such, but I mean, I don't know. But again, this is all just a rumor. We don't know if but I mean, Laugh Floor is probably going to be on the chopping block anyway. But again, this is all speculative. We don't know. Disney hasn't told us. Disney hasn't said anything yet, so we don't know if Laugh Floor is on the chopping block or not. But I mean, that's probably a safe bet. Probably be a safe bet that Laugh Floor would probably be next on the chopping block. What would replace it? I have no idea. I have no idea, but I mean, I can't see that the Laugh Floor, one of the lowest testing shows at the Magic Kingdom, by the way, I can't see that being around another 10 years. I have a hard time. I have a hard time believing that. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but it would seem to me that if they're going to build a Monsters Inc. Themed land, that they don't really need the Laugh Floor at the Magic Kingdom anymore. But again, I don't know. Let me know how you feel. But I mean, that would make sense to me. But again, I don't know what Disney has planned. I have no idea. So, Toy Story Bullseye Popcorn Bucket is coming to Disneyland and Walt Disney World soon. So this is a fantastic looking bucket. I've seen pictures of it online. What's really cool about this is that they built the popcorn bucket. They built the Bullseye popcorn bucket to scale. So if you have a Woody doll, like I do somewhere in my house, if you have a Woody pull string doll, you can actually set him on top of Bullseye, and it looks like it looks like Woody is riding Bullseye. So very cute, very great. I can't wait for this bucket to come out. I have to have it. I have to have this bucket, okay? Because I'm a psychopath. More stonework has been added to former refreshment port. I almost said Restaurantosaurus. Former refreshment port at Epcot. Roof has been touched up. So, getting this really kind of flex space ready, probably for whatever the next when if it's not the next festival, it would be the festival after that. But since Flower and Garden just ended, they're probably going to get it ready for the next festival. But are they going to have it done in time? I have no idea. I have no idea. So they were supposed to have it ready for Flower and Garden. Obviously that didn't happen. So I don't know if they're going to have it ready for the next festival. But, all we can do is knock on wood. Light Lounge at the Odyssey Pavilion experience is coming to Epcot soon. So if you're unfamiliar with the Odyssey is kind of like it's kind of like a flex space, another flex space for festivals. They have usually they have like a lot of merchandise in there, or different kind of foods in there, but they're going to get this. They're going to get this Odyssey Pavilion ready for cool kids summer. Not that, I mean, you have Goofy Core, which is, the air conditioned space for, the kids. The Odyssey lounge would be obviously for everybody. But so it's kind of grouped in with Cool Kids Summer. But again, another area where you could sit, relax, recharge, not only you, but your phone. And, so that's, again, I fully support that. I fully support that. That's what, Disney, Disney usually always does something for the summertime, because it's brutal. It is brutal in Florida in the summertime. Okay. So, at least Disney, Disney tries to combat that with, air conditioned spaces and things of that nature. So that's obviously the right way to go. Obviously the right way to go. So, I'll never have a problem with them doing something indoors so you can relax and take a break from either the summer heat or the summer downpours, the summer rain. Curtain has been installed in port of entry at Epcot for future Pandora counter. So this is kind of, I don't know if I would call this an expansion kind of thing, but in port of entry, that the checkout counter is abysmal. It is abysmal. It is always so crowded in there. It's it's so hard to check out in that building. It's very small, very cramped. So one checkout is for checkout. The other side is for the Pandora jewelry. They've only had that one counter space, so obviously that gets really backed up. So hopefully they'll, sometime sooner rather than later, they'll finish the other side. And then hopefully that'll help alleviate some of that pressure, because that is abysmal. That is abysmal. If you're just buying something, and if you're not looking at the Pandora jewelry, you are stuck in that same line as the people that are looking at the Pandora jewelry. You are stuck in that same line. So I hope that they get the other side finished, because that's terrible. That's terrible. I really wish that Disney would have done a merchandise mobile checkout at that location. They haven't, but I really wish that they would do that, because that is it's always so hard to check out at the port of entry. The moat has been filled at Cinderella Castle. The repainting project has been completed at the Magic Kingdom. Now Disney hasn't said that it's completed, but it's completed. I don't know what they're waiting on. Maybe in a few days they'll come out and say it's done. It's like, well, yeah, hello, but whatever. But we all know it's done. It's the moat's been refilled. The castle looks great. I think it's walking into the Magic Kingdom now. A part of my soul doesn't die when I turn that corner and look at Cinderella Castle. Looking at that god awful pink color, and instead I'm filled with joy in seeing the blue again and the gold. Fantastic, absolutely great. why it took so long, I don't know, but man, I am so glad that the castle has been kind of restored to its former glory. Obviously, it's not the it's not the original color of the castle, but it's pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. So, again, thank you to the team that did this, because now when I look at Cinderella Castle, I don't want to die. I don't want to, a part of my soul doesn't want to die. Disney shares behind-the-scenes video of the Monstropolis construction site at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So if you go online to social media or Disney's, any of Disney's social media sites, Twitter or whatever it's called now, I don't know, but any Facebook or whatever, if you go to any of the Disney online social media sites, you can watch the video of them of the Disney team walking around the site of the former Muppets Courtyard, soon to be the Monstropolis area. If you're a hardcore Disney fan like me and you want to, cry and have the knife stuck in more, go watch the video. But it is a nice video. It is a nice video. It's just, the knife being stuck in some more. Okay. Solar-powered trash cans and recycling bins have debuted at Epcot with medallions. So, as you may remember or not, a couple months ago, we reported that the medallions were missing from the Epcot trash cans, and we didn't know why. This is why. They have debuted new solar trash cans that can that will automatically push the trash down. As far as I know, Epcot does not have the trash system like Disneyland does, where people stick their trash in, and then it goes through pipes underground and stuff. I don't think that Epcot has anything like that. I've never read anything about that. Again, I could be wrong, but that's it. But at least these solar-powered trash cans hopefully will alleviate some of the the trash backup, because let me tell you, I have seen I have seen a lot of trash cans, especially at the Magic Kingdom, that have been overflowing. Trash is on the ground, trash is on top of the trash bin, and it's awful. It's terrible. It's disgusting, and I always have a fit when I see this. I'm like, are y'all gonna do something about this, or are you just gonna let it stand there all day? So, if this solar-powered trash can idea works with helping to push the garbage more into the trash bin, hopefully this will be rolled out in all of the theme parks. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Excuse me. But I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't seen them for myself. Gonna try to make it out to Epcot coming up. we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but that way I can see these for myself. But I don't know. I don't know how these are going to work. But they look great. They look nice. I hope that people know how to use them with their trash, because they have two different sides. They have they have the bottle side, and then they have the regular trash side. But it's not really that noticeable. So I hope that people figure it out. I hope people don't, stand there and try to figure out how to use a trash can, because that would be bad. But I don't know. I'll have, when I go to Epcot, I'm going to have to see this for myself, because I really don't know. Disney reveals the name of a Messiah giraffe that recently was born at Walt Disney World. Her name is Ivy. She is out on the savannah already. So hopefully the safari guide, your safari guide, will point her out. But that's great. Great to see that a new Maasai giraffe is out at Animal Kingdom. I'm sorry, I apologize. My allergies are terrible. And our last story is Walt Disney Imagineering files permit for playground in the new Tropical Americas coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom. So the playground is going to be built a little bit. So the carousel is going to be built where half of so it's going to be split. So one half of what was the boneyard is going to be the new carousel. The other half is going to be a new playground, which is, fine idea. Again, not built for, me, so, I obviously won't be able to, experience that, because I'm not a kid. I'm just a kid at heart, but, not a actual kid. So it's not built for me. But hopefully, this new playground will be nice. What I was hoping for was, an Indiana Jones kind of a dig site, where you would dig up archaeological things. I don't really think that that's happening. Again, Disney hasn't really shared any more details about, what this playground is or what it's going to be. So, I don't know, but I would have liked that. I would have liked to have had that, Indiana Jones dig site, but I don't think that that's what's happening. I really don't think that that's what's happening. They're probably just going to go a completely different direction. So, but there you are. There is your news for this week. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please do me another favor and subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to build I'm trying to get my numbers up, my fan base up. So if you aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It really helps out. Hitting the like button also really helps the algorithm of this video. Helps this video get out. Helps to get this video out to more people that are interested in news. So if you would do those, that would be a huge favor to me. I will see you right back here on Monday for Monday's news show. Until then, y'all keep each other safe and healthy. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.